Hey, what's up guys? I'm just up here on Black Hill Mountain. It's a crazy blizzardy powder day. Just did a tree run underneath the peak to peak and just like an awesome day, but I thought it would be a good time to do a quick Q&A. Haven't done one for a while, so there's lots of questions. Okay, if not a snowboard coach, what would you be? So I think if I wasn't a snowboard coach, I'd probably want to do something else that's like outdoor and active. You know, maybe I'd be like a carpenter, something working outside, maybe like a fireman. Something that's active, you're outdoors, physical, that's the type of stuff I like to do. Okay, Leota Brumfield asks, so how exactly do you stop? Do you just lean forward or what? So when you're just beginning, it's your edges that control your speed, and it's when your board is sideways and you're increasing the angle of your board so that your edge is, you know, sort of digging into the snow. And you don't really do it too much by leaning, but more by like flexing your ankles. So you know, flexing your ankles, bending your knees, using your hips. So just using those joints to increase the angle of the board, and so that the edge digs in. So that's how you control your speed. Mind if I ask what goggles are those? Yeah, sure. So these are the Oakley flight deck goggles, and the lens in them is called the Prism Rose, and I got them because here in Whistler we get a lot of cloudy days, so you want a lens that brightens everything up. Even on the sunny days, most of the mountain is still in the shade, so a lens like this really brightens everything up. And then also these Oakley flight decks, they're just really big, so you can, you know, I can just see a lot out of them. And yeah, so they're just really comfortable. I tried on probably 7 or 8 different pairs, and these are just the most comfortable, and I could see the most out of them. What flexes your board? So for my style of riding, you know, I like to be able to do everything in a day. So ride some powder, you know, do some presses and butters, do some tricks in the park, carve. So I like doing everything, and I find that the best all-around flex of a board for doing all that stuff is a softer flex board. So I think the flex of my board is around a 3 or a 4 out of 10. And it's the Burton process. So it's pretty soft, and it's good for butters, it's good for powder, it's good kind of for everything. Okay, Jamin asks, how do you like the Oakley flight deck goggles? I think they're great so far. Trevor asks, can you please do more flatland buttering trick tutorials? Yeah, for sure. I've already got probably 5 or 6 butter tutorials on the channel, so check those out. But if there's any butter tricks that you guys want me to make a tutorial for, maybe leave a request on this video. So there's so many different variations of butter tricks, so you guys tell me what butter tricks you want to see made this season. I have a question. What is the difference between tightening your toe strap directly over your foot fingers or tightening more towards the edge of the boot? Yeah, so there's like 2 different style of toe caps. There's the toe cap that sort of, you know, pulls back on your boot and down, and then there's the one that just goes on top of your toes and pulls down. And I think it just depends on what you're used to. Mine is a toe cap, so it's pushing down but also pulling back at the same time. And some toe straps are just on top of your toes. I'd say, like, if you just have the strap, just have it on top of your toes. But if you have the sort of cap that's 2-sided, then you can use that to go on top and in front, if that makes sense. Mario asks, what pole were you using to film this video? So the pole that I use is called the GoPro Reach, And the reason I got it is that it extends to 40 inches. And I find that when you're snowboarding, you want the GoPro to be far enough away from you so that you can get everything in from your board to the top of your head. It's kind of just a okay pull. I'm not thrilled about it. It's kind of a pain sometimes to extend, but it's the best one that I could find. So unless you guys know of a better pull, it'd be awesome to hear about that, but for now it's the GoPro Reach. Nikita asks, hi Kevin, which angles do you use on your snowboard? So the snowboard angles I use are, I think it's +13 and -13, and that's just like a good duck stance so I can ride switch if I want. Any tricks where I ride out switch, it's no problem. And then I also keep that stance for when I'm riding powder, just because I'm used to it. So yeah, pretty just duck stance. I used to do 15 and -15, but I sort of just angled it in a little bit and it feels really nice. So whatever feels good to you. But if you want to ride switch, definitely have that duck stance. All right, so I think that's it. So thanks for all your questions, guys. I got to get out of here because this like blizzard is coming in and the mountain's almost closed. So I'm going to ride down to the bottom. Thanks for all your questions. Thanks for watching the videos. The channel's like, the views are doing really well right now. Almost at 100,000 subscribers, which is really exciting. So thank you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.